Above all, 2016 was a powerful message to the elites from the forgotten men and women of America. So, will the elites get their revenge this time? Let's see what our audience thinks. Gina and Sebastion are still with us. And now let's welcome our next guest, Senior Advisor to the Trump 2020 campaign, Katrina Pierson. There we are. See, we got the whole gang here, Katrina. It's so great to see you. This must feel like a familiar battle. The voice of the people. President Trump's been out there on the rallies, and the elite saying, "Oh, you know, he's racist." It's all the familiar attacks. It must just bring it all back.
It absolutely brings it all back, and I'm sure your audience remembers 2016. And the fight that we had, you know, if Donald Trump wins, there's going to be nuclear war and people are going to die and it's going to be death and chaos and destruction. And what do we have? We have record low unemployment. We have a booming market. We have just an amazing abundance of opportunity now for all Americans with the amount of jobs that are being created, 250,000 alone this month. And we see that this has stoked more fear into the elitists, because who was this businessman who didn't have to kiss the ring, who didn't have to suck up to the donors, who didn't need the media, that just said, hey, I want to make the American people just as prosperous as I have been? Well, that's not allowed. So you have someone in President Trump now who's essentially put the lid back on the $20 trillion cookie jar and said no more. The United States is no longer the piggy bank. We have to take care of all people first. And so the global elites are infuriated right now. And that's why you see there's more talk of doom and gloom and destruction under Trump. But I believe, just as I did in 2016, that the American people see right through it. 70% of Americans know there's fake news out there. They can see exactly what's happening. They're looking at their 401ks. They see the future. Consumer confidence is at an all-time high. Small businesses, I mean, the list can go on. You can go to promiseskept.com. We can't keep track of everything that's happening because the president made a commitment to Americans, and he is doing everything that he can. And I heard you mentioning some of the rallies that he's been doing today, keeping that commitment to help hold the majority in the House and the Senate so we can move forward on the pro-America agenda. So
Gina, how's the president feeling? You had a fun trip this week. Tell us about that.
I did. I got to go aboard Air Force One with the president. Biggest honor of my whole entire life. I hope that you all get to do that someday.
Okay, I'm sorry, we can't guarantee that. It's very good of you to all come along tonight. We appreciate it, but that is something we can't do.
Boundless energy. The man has such a passion, such a heart for each and every one of you. He really loves this country. He wants to give back to